You know that feeling, right? You're sitting in a meeting, nodding along, trying to look like you get it, but inside you are completely and totally lost. Well, today, we're diving into this incredible story from author Simon Sinek that shows why the bravest, and honestly the most valuable person in the room, is often the one who's willing to ask what feels like the dumbest question. Let's get into how one simple act can flip the script on everything.
So, to really get this, you have to picture the scene. We're talking about a super high-stakes environment where, looking smart is basically part of the job description. So, imagine this boardroom. The air in there is just thick with importance. You've got all the heavy hitters, the CEO, the CFO, all the key decision makers for a huge public company gathered around one table. And up at the front of the room, you've got this consultant. The company has paid an absolute fortune for this person. We're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars. And they're clicking through a presentation just filled with complex charts, financial models, all the jargon. The stakes really could not be higher.
Okay, now look around the room. What do you see? Everyone is nodding. So serious. Pens are flying across notepads. It's this perfect picture of total 100% understanding. The consultant's a genius, the executives are brilliant, everything is just going perfectly smoothly. Or is it?
Because here's the thing. There's one person in that room who is completely, utterly lost, and that person is Simon Sinek. Yep, while everyone else is nodding along, he's just sinking deeper and deeper into confusion. He has absolutely no idea what is going on.
And this, right here, is the moment of truth. He's got two choices. He can stay quiet, pretend he gets it just like everybody else, or he can do something that feels incredibly hard. He can admit he doesn't understand.
So what does he do? He raises his hand, and he prefaces his question with this incredible humility. He basically says, hey, look, I have to apologize. I don't have an MBA, so I might be a little slow here. But could you please just do me a favor and explain one more time how A plus B equals C? He completely plays the dumb card on purpose.
And just like that, with one simple, humble question, the entire vibe in that room just shifts. The illusion is about to come crashing down.
What happens next is just amazing. The consultant tries to explain it again, and then suddenly another senior executive just blurts out, yes, thank you, I don't really get that part either. And that was it. The dam just broke. Turns out, almost no one in that room really understood what was going on. They were all just too afraid to be the first one to admit it. And this really gets us to the heart of the whole story. See, Simon Sinek's willingness to be the dumbest person in the room, well, it didn't just help him. It helped the entire company. And the difference between staying silent and speaking up, it's just staggering. I mean, just think about the two paths here. If Simon had stayed silent, the company would have flushed hundreds of thousands of dollars down the drain for a presentation nobody got, ending up with a bunch of useless documents. But because he had the courage to ask, they unlocked real value. They got everyone on the same page and could actually do something with the information. He literally traded the fear of looking dumb for a culture of honesty.
And that's the real kicker, isn't it? That huge fee wasn't for some fancy PowerPoint deck to get filed away and forgotten. It was for understanding. It was for insights that could actually move the business forward. And without that clarity, the entire investment was basically worthless. So we really need to completely reframe how we think about this. The quote-unquote dumbest person in the room isn't the one who knows the least. It's the one who is brave enough to admit it. That's the person who values the group's understanding way more than their own ego, and in doing that, they actually become the most valuable person there.
Now, this isn't just a cool story about a corporate meeting. It's a really practical lesson that every single one of us can use, whether you're in a boardroom, a classroom, or just, a team meeting on a Tuesday morning.
It really just boils down to 3 simple steps. First, embrace that feeling of confusion. Don't fight it, don't hide it, just acknowledge it. Second, you got to dare to ask the question. Be the one to raise your hand. And third, just watch what happens. You create value, not just for yourself, but for the entire room. You will be shocked how many other people were wondering the exact same thing.
And hey, remember, the goal isn't to become a world-class expert on the topic in 5 minutes. It's way more practical than that. You just need to understand enough to make a smart decision, to know what the next step is, and, this part is key, to be able to explain the idea simply to someone else. If you can do that, you've won.
So I'll leave you with this question. The next time you're in a room and you see all those heads bobbing up and down in agreement, but you feel that little knot of confusion in your stomach, who are you going to choose to be? Are you going to be just another face in the crowd, or are you going to be the brave one, the most valuable one, who dares to ask the dumbest question?